system. I cannot control it. Anyway, when the election is over, the spending's not by a long shot. TheHill.com reporting today the Democrats will try to ram through $1 trillion pork-filled bill next month under the guise it is stimulus, they say. Republicans argue otherwise. To a very big Democrat who says that is why Democrats are in the bad shape they are in. With us now, Lady Lynn Forrester de Rothschild. Is that the coolest, most waspy name you could come up with? Milady, good to have you.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Now, we should always have, for those of you who aren't familiar with you, you started this campaign a couple of years ago, a big Hillary Clinton supporter, not too enamored of the ultimate nominee, or now, I guess, the president. Are there a lot of former passionate Democrats who just don't have the passion now?
Well, there's a poll out today from the AP saying that 25% of Obama's voters are going to vote Republican this time. So that is a huge shift if that happens. The thing for...
What about his trying to bring out the base?
Well, I think the base is all that he has left. I think he won because he appealed to the center. People thought they were voting for Bill Clinton. And Bill Clinton was the president who in this 1997 State of the Union address said the era of big government is over. We now have a government that is growing by leaps and bounds, and a president who is sometimes talking about the private sector but acting in a different way. So what he does speaks so loudly we can't hear what he says anymore. And he's being judged by what he has done. And what he has done is he's given us a stimulus package that was filled with pork. He's given
But then he knew what he was selling. At David Brooks's, if you're right, I want to show you a clip in a second. He knew what he was selling wasn't what he said he was selling. This is from Brooks.
Confess this. He said this to me off the record about a year ago. But it
off the record?
Yeah, because Peter Baker's a better journalist than I am because I couldn't get him to go on the record that day.
He said this to you a year ago?
It was obvious. I mean, you're trying to build a stimulus package, and when they were trying to build it, believe me, they would have loved to have filled it with infrastructure jobs. But the projects just didn't exist. They couldn't do it. They couldn't find them.
So that was shoveling something else.
Amazing. I mean, a year ago, if the New York Times knew that, why don't they stop protecting and promoting Barack Obama? We should have known that the talk about infrastructure spending was just a cover for other kind of pork spending. It's just completely unfair to the American people to have to wait a year after somebody in the press knows something. I just have a feeling if George Bush had said something off the record, the media would have found a way to leak it, particularly if it was as important as this.
Well, they'd be having commissions and committees and trials. But having said that, how do Democrats feel about their competence now? Because what's being called into question here isn't so much a love for Republicans as much as a contempt for Democrat stewardship, much as it was a couple of years for Republican stewardship. So do Democrats fear that they're going to be seen as incompetent on fixing the economy just when they were given the chance to do that?
I think Democrats fear they're going to lose their majority in one or both houses. So
some might privately welcome it, right?
Not the people who are losing their
no doubt, but
job.
You know, Bill Clinton built from that.
Right.
Do you think Barack Obama can or will?
I don't think Barack Obama will that easily go back to the center because it's not where he is. Bill Clinton was a small government Democrat. He believed in reducing the deficit. He created a surplus which he left for the Republicans. So you're right. People are distressed that the Republicans, which should have been a small government when they had the White House and Congress, overspent. And that is leaving people with a real, I don't think it's rage or it's feeling lost. I think our political system has really let people down. They want to believe that politicians will do what they say that they will do. And that's one reason why Barack Obama is hurting so badly right now, because he made so many promises on so many levels, from transparency to working in a bipartisan manner to pursuing centrist policies. He's left those behind,
Gotcha.
And that's really bad.
All right. The lady is upset. Lynn Forrester Rothschild, thank you. We'll change